Hey guys, it's Heather. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a tutorial on this eye look right here. It's just using a gunmetal gray glitter and some Tarte shadows. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I'm starting out with my brows because I've been doing them really differently, so I thought I would just go ahead and include it and show you guys like an updated brow tutorial as well at the beginning of this eye tutorial. So I had talked through the tutorial and then I didn't realize my son was just so insanely loud. He was like playing Minecraft and got a little bit too excited, so I pulled all the sound off of it and decided to just voice it over. So yeah, the products I'm using is the Morphe Brow Palette, which is a powder palette. If you are new to brows or you have a really hard time blending out like pomades and gels and stuff like that, then a powder is such a good choice. Powders are just so easy to work with, so easy to blend. They're just really, really good. So I'm going in with the lighter shade that I had showed you guys, and once I get them the way that I want them, I go through it with a spoolie, blend it out, and then I go in with the darker shade. To clean up my brows, I've been using the Sonia Kashuk concealer in Fair. It's a really full coverage concealer. I really like using it for cleaning up my brows as well as using it to prime my eye. It's just like I said, it's full coverage, so it just really gets rid of like any discoloration, any veins, anything that you're gonna see on my eyelid. It just covers it all up and lets me start with a really clean, smooth base to apply all of my shadows. And then using that darker shadow, I'm just going in and defining, and then as you can see at the beginning of the brow, I just kind of flick up, and then definitely making sure that you blend everything out with a spoolie. My poor brush here, I was showing you guys that my puppy got a hold of it and totally ate the end of it, so if it looks all messed up, that is why. She's like 7 months old and she's crazy, and apparently decided that a makeup brush would taste good. I don't know, but yeah. So when I clean up my brows, I put the concealer down and then I wipe my brush on my paper towel, just so that way I'm not spreading product or adding product. I'm just blending out what I have, and yeah, adding more of that concealer all over my lid, and then using a tiny beauty blender. This is damp and it's from Real Techniques. I'm just going in and blending all of that out and then setting it with a translucent powder. It's good to set the concealer or even your eye primer. If I use regular primer from any company, I like to set it just because it makes it a really smooth base. Your eyeshadow doesn't like stick to it. It's not sticky or anything. It's just super, super soft and smooth. So I highly recommend it. So I'm using the Tarte Magic Star palette and going in with the shade Lavish. And as you guys will see, I stay down in this corner of the palette the entire time. And this palette is just amazing. I've done like red tone, like really warm looks with it. I've done so many different looks, has so many colors. So now I'm going in with the shade Antique, and the brush I'm using is an Elizabeth Mott blending brush. The first brush that I used is a Royal & Langnickel crease brush, and I do go back to that brush periodically just to help blend. And this was a clean brush that I was just going in and blending out all of my edges. Definitely don't have to, but I recommend it. It works really well. The color I'm using now is Sublime. And the clean brush that I went in and used is the L34 Blending Beauty Brush, and it's from SL Miss Glam. Sorry, I had to find the brush so I could tell you guys. The one I'm using here, I don't know the name of it. It's from Morphe. I bought it as a set and they literally did not label any of the brushes. I don't understand, but it drives me crazy. So I'm using the NYX Face and Body Glitter in number 12. It's like a gunmetal gray color, and my glitter glue is from Ben Nye. It's my absolute favorite glitter glue ever. I like to pat my brush into the glitter glue, into the glitter, and then pack it on my lid. I use patting motions, not swiping, so I don't end up with an entirely glittery face. I mean, if you want to look like a disco ball, by all means, I'm not going to judge, but you know, that just wasn't the look I was going for today. So I'm using my e.l.f. primer water, and I do this technique a lot and it seems to not irritate my under eye area. And I spray the edge of a tissue and then go in and get that really sharp point and clean up any fallout. Going in with my Ciate London gel kohl liner in black, I'm doing my tight line and my waterline. I like to do my waterline before my face makeup because, as you can see, I pull down on it and I don't like to fluff up the makeup. So yeah, using some mascara. This is the Mounsieur Big Mascara from Lancôme. And I like to coat the fronts and the backs and then popping on some falsies. These are Koko lashes in the style Queen Bee. Koko lashes are so gorgeous, but sometimes I have a really hard time getting them. They sell out and there's hardly anyone that actually sells them. So a similar lash that I think is easier to get a hold of is the House of Lashes in Spellbound. So if you guys have a really hard time getting a hold of them, but you want something kind of similar, that one is pretty similar. I mean, they're not the same, but you know, pretty close. And then just popping that sucker on, working at the outer edge and the middle first, and then squeezing really tight to get it as close to my lash line as possible, and then as poppable. Okay. And then attaching that inner corner. Also, when you put the glue on, it's really important to wait till it gets tacky. If you tried to slip it on, like just put it on, it's gonna slip all over your lash line. The glue I use is the Duo Glue in Clear, and it does turn like a dark blue when it's tacky. So, you know, keep that in mind if you, so I like to use the dark glue, but this one's pretty good too if I'm not wearing liner or anything. So yeah, just keep that in mind to wait no matter what glue you use, wait until it's tacky. Now I'm going into my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Girly and popping that in my inner corner. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready? So pretty, so pretty. I did get some feedback from you guys to slow my videos down a little bit, so I hope this was like slow enough. I didn't want to make it like super long, but I did try to slow it down for you guys. And I know you guys said you didn't like the whole no voiceover thing, so yeah, I did not do that for this video. Also, I'm gonna start doing some vlogs on like lifestyle vlogs, working out, food allergies, diet, stuff like that. So you guys will get that coming here soon in the future. The mascara I'm using is the Ulta Plush Lash Mascara, I think is what it's called. It's so good. It's one of my absolute favorites. So now for lips, I'm using the Tarte lip paint in Castle. This actually came with the Magic Star Collectors Edition palette. Trying to get it as even as possible because my lips are so uneven. It's just ridiculous. Then I'm using my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Cairo, putting that in the middle and patting it out with my fingers to blend it on the top and the bottom. And then just patting it out to blend through every layer. Going in with some gloss. This is More Than I Could Give from Makeup Revolution. And this is the look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching the tutorial. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.